Now we have that ABC News exclusive, Demi Moore, one-on-one with our Diane Sawyer. She is making headlines with her stunning new book. Now we're seeing the Hollywood star like we've never seen before, revealing childhood secrets and the pain from her past and how it helped shape who she is today. So good, as always, to have you here with us, Diane.
So great to be
revealing conversation.
It's true, you know, I've always been fascinated. Something about her, combination of vulnerability and grit. She was a real trailblazer in a lot of ways. Highest paid actress, all those hit movies. But as we learn from her new book, which is deeply personal, and also this conversation, she's really telling a lot of us that the things that almost break you can give you courage.
Welcome.
Thank you.
This is my tree house. It's very serene, minus my 7 dogs.
A riot of mostly rescue dogs.
Come on, everybody. Let's go. All right.
In the beautiful house up in the hills. Down below, Hollywood, the place conquered by Demi Moore when she was in her 20s. The young woman with the mysteries in her face, a husky voice, and hit after hit.
Are we rolling, everyone?
Sam, are you rolling?
But we're here because she's ready to tell us about the life we didn't know, the one that seemed to be unraveling 7 years ago. The husband she loved had left. Her children weren't speaking to her. Her former husband and friend had pulled away too. Isolation, anguish. She weighed 102 pounds. An ambulance arrives at a party where she is collapsed. Demi Moore is now 56, looking back at that devastating crossroads.
I guess the fundamental question that came forward for me was, how did I get here? I mean, from where I started to what I've experienced, where I've been, like, how did I get here? I lost me. And
What do you mean?
I think the thing, if I were to look back, I would say I blinded myself and I lost myself.
So she set out to reclaim her life and in a new memoir reaches out to anyone else struggling. She dedicates the book to the 3 daughters she loves and, surprisingly, to someone else, her own troubled teenage mother who didn't know how to protect the little girl in the cat-eye glasses.
You growing up, it is
Colorful?
Her mother and father both battle alcoholism, move the family constantly ahead of debt, infidelities, thunderous fights. She's 12 when her mother first attempts suicide. She writes, "I remember using my fingers, the small fingers of a child, to dig the pills my mother had tried to swallow out of her mouth."
And it wasn't the last time.
No, there was many, many times.
You said your childhood.
It was done. Yeah, life-changing moment.
And then this stunning revelation that the man you loved as your father was not your biological father. And others in your family knew this?
I made up about that I wasn't wanted or that I don't deserve to be here.
When her father leaves, she's responsible for her unstable mother. As an anxious teen, she is taken by her mother to bars so that men will notice them. She's 15 when she comes home one night and an older man they know is in the apartment with the key. She writes, it was rape and a devastating betrayal, revealed by the man's cruel question, how does it feel to be whored by your mother for $500?
Do you believe she sold you?
I think in my deep heart, no. I don't think it was a straightforward transaction, but she still did give him the access and put me in harm's way.
So now, look again at the mysteries inside the face of the teenage girl who drops out of high school, leaves her mother's home, and sets out determined to invent a future for herself. She's penniless, a little wild, running hard, and signs up for acting auditions even though she has no training.
I mean, I was figuring it out like by the seat of my pants. The school of fake it till you make it.
Scared to death, or with some confidence.
I think it was more the confidence was, I don't have anything to lose. I don't have anything to lose. I don't have anything. So why not?
And then her lucky break. Look at this. She is 19 years old, walking through the door of General Hospital.
Why don't we have a seat and relax? I promise this will be very painless.
She knows she's in over her head and writes she's taming her fear with alcohol and then cocaine. There would be blackouts, moments of humiliation, like her parents.
I don't have an off switch. I don't have the thing that says, this is enough.
Then in 1984, she's asked to join the coolest young team of actors in Hollywood. It's a movie called St. Elmo's Fire, and the producer and director have given her a part to play she knows well.
It's really late. Let me drive you home.
Waste all this good coke?
I mean, I think the irony certainly was not lost on me.
They came to you and said, go to rehab.
It's a profound gift that they gave me.
She commits to sobriety, and the pledge will last until she's in her 40s and falling wildly in love.
You will be sober for how long?
Almost 20 years.
It's time to head to her family room and look at some of those movies that caused a kind of earthquake in Hollywood. She took chances.
I just let the clay slide between your fingers.
Ghost was an expensive gamble about a combination of laughter and grief.
We made pottery super sexy, that is for sure, right?
And everlasting romance. In A Few Good Men, she defies studio bosses.
With the studio executive saying if there wasn't going to be a sex scene, then, you know, why was I in it?
And as the hits keep coming, she becomes a producer and the highest paid actress ever in Hollywood, a $12.5 million salary. As critics assail her nerve, her ambition.
They called you Demi Moore?
There were some things like that. Why shouldn't I? Why shouldn't all women be paid equal to the quality of the work they're doing?
Just treat me the same, no better, no worse.
Let's just see if you want what you're going to get.
Hoo-yah, sir.
But she says she's learned that even when you're at the top of your power and the top of a mountain, the old fault lines can suddenly reappear.
I just felt like a 15-year-old girl hoping somebody liked me.
That's all true.
And tomorrow she's going to talk about her marriages and also how she found herself at a dark crossroads.
I don't think I've ever seen the studio this quiet, watching, leaning in, so incredibly raw, revealing what she's talking about.
Well, again, we think we know someone, right?
Yeah.
We watch them, we make decisions about who they are, and then suddenly you learn her life. And as I say, it's an extremely personal book. It's a book that reminds you, remember the Vanity Fair cover?
Oh, yes, right.
What a trailblazer she is and was, and why she did that. So, a lot tomorrow.
A lot to talk about, and you will be back with more.
I will be back with
The
more.
two marriages, really.
Yes, and very different, but each of them with lessons in it. And she says she writes this for anyone who hasn't yet figured out how much they're loved, who is not sure they're loved.
Okay,
So
that's
it's
just who hasn't felt that way. And we love that you started this 20 years ago. We celebrated TSS
I know,
Times Square last week.
I've been seeing us go by, my life flashing before my eyes with
Pulling
you.
Charlie down in the snow and the ice.
That's right. I remember the song was Downtown, going downtown when we all moved down here. And look at you now. It's great.
We're just doing our best to take care of what you built. Okay, but she'll back tomorrow.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.